Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. My name is Hannah and I'm an author from the south of England. If you're new around here, I make videos about writing and reading, and my second novel, One Road In, is out this summer, so if you would be interested in keeping up to date about that, please do subscribe. I'm really excited about this video. I was really excited to read this particular book and I'm equally excited to tell you how excited I am about it because it's nuts. Kent Shawn's first short story collection, Evil Grows in the Dark, is out on the 1st of March, so whenever that was, it's probably gone already, so it's already out, and you should absolutely get your hands on it, and you should subscribe to his newsletter if you haven't done so already. I will leave the link to that down below, and I really cannot tell you just how much you ought to read this collection. If you like dark, twisted, think Stephen King come Philip K. Dick kind of stories, then this is definitely going to be for you. There genuinely are not many authors that I read that I think, yeah, I'm going to read literally everything you publish ever. But I can truly say I had that feeling reading Kent Shawn's stories about 4 pages in. So, Evil Grows in the Dark, what is it about? I'm just going to read the book description and blurb from Goodreads. A short story collection featuring 4 dark and strange tales. The first of those is Lydia. In the future, universal healthcare is murder. The Interlink neural network has virtually eliminated crime and disease. Still, a terrorist group known as Ghosts have learned to mask their links and wage a bloody war against the universal healthcare clinics. When Jesse Callum, a link engineer, is called in for questioning, will he convince the healthcare director he is not a terrorist, or will he have his memories shredded and lose his soul? Something missing? When crooked sheriff's deputy Ryan Maffitt wakes on a haunted stretch of road in a dangerous meth-dealing family's territory, he discovers he is missing a lot more than just his nickel-plated revolver. Now haunted by the ghosts of his own wickedness, Maffitt has one day to penetrate the horror of the inbred Crenshaw family and take back what was stolen from him. Will he get his revenge on the Crenshaws, or will the evil soaked into the soil of their land rise up and drag him to hell? What an amazing sentence. That's not part of the blurb, that was me. Anniversary. On a sweltering night by the river in Savannah, Georgia, Wade Abbott's bad behaviour finally catches up with him. Through a haze of booze and self-pity, he pushes his wife Amy too far and is left high and dry, with no wallet, no keys and a hefty tab. An unlikely Samaritan comes to Wade's rescue, but there may be more to him than meets the eye. And the last story of the collection is Redemption. Trip, a lonely man in a small town, is desperately in love with Cindy, a grocery clerk at the local market. When a man in a leather jacket pulls a gun on Cindy, Tripp's attempt to save her plunges him into a pit of violence and madness from which there is no escape. Will he choose death, damnation, or both? Essentially, you're looking at 4 totally different stories that somehow feel like they definitely belong to the same collection. All the stories explore the darker side of humanity, which is something as a thriller writer that I absolutely adore, and they literally just had me from like the first 2 sentences. So what are my favourite things about Evil Grows in the Dark? Number 1, I love how Kent Shawn throws you into the middle of the action in his stories. I know they're short, so quite a lot of short stories do that, but he does it in such a way that you're just immediately immersed. I'm immediately bought into whatever he's telling me is the truth. And yeah, I love how you're just chucked into it. I would say that probably story number 2, Something Missing, is the best one for doing this for me. Something about the creepy setting and the weird dialogue and the just slightly hallucinatory feel. Is that a word? Hallucinatory? It is now. That kind of feel that this story has, it was really, really effective. My second favourite thing about this collection is the dark characters. Every single one of these characters is messed up in some way, and that is perfect. I love a complicated character. They're all incredibly complex. None of them are like evil for evil's sake. They've all got motives. They've all got these really complex layers to their character and personality, and Ken has clearly taken a lot of time and a lot of effort into making sure that his characters are incredibly well fleshed out. My third favourite thing is probably, it's a little bit, maybe not everyone's going to get this, I think maybe they might. I, especially from Lydia, got a real kind of Philip K. Dick feel from Kent's writing. Again, especially the first story, it's a bit more sci-fi. Just the idea that the healthcare system is out there to get you. It's, yeah, chilling and very, very Philip. Only I would probably argue in a lot of ways better than Philip, because in my opinion Philip K. Dick books have the most amazing world building and the most amazing concepts, and then they fall flat in every other aspect, and Kent did not do that. Lydia was probably my favourite story from the collection, and I think that's because in a lot of ways I personally feel in society we're not too far off the kind of ideas that Kent was exploring in this short story, and that to me is the most effective horror, when it's only a step away from reality and it's so close that you can almost feel it happening. That's when it works for me, and he really, really did that. Last but by no means least is Kent's writing style. I knew from even agreeing to read this as an early reader that I would love it because it's Kent. And as unfair as it sounds, my expectations for Kent's writing were like basically through the roof because it's Kent. But I mean, he absolutely just nailed it. I love his style of writing. I think it's ballsy, it's brave. It's probably not for everyone, but hell, I love a reaction, and I'm sure he does too. And also in a lot of ways, it was like some of the most American writing I've ever read. Like some of the references were very Stephen King-y, but I would say probably a bit grittier than Stephen King, probably. I really, really liked his tone of voice. I love how he created a totally different tone of voice for every character, but he still had that kind of through line. Like, I knew every story was clearly written by him, but they were all different enough to have that variation. So do I recommend Evil Grows in the Dark by Kent Shawn? Yes, yes I do. I absolutely recommend it. You should go and get it. I believe it's available on Amazon. If it's not, sorry. You should get it. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel. You should subscribe to his newsletter. You should maybe subscribe to him on Instagram. He doesn't really use it, but subscribe anyway, or follow, or what am I, 90? Subscribe to his Instagram. It's short stories, so I think it's one of the best ways to give you a real taste of what Kent has to offer from a future novel. And I will absolutely be the first in line to read his future stuff. So those are my thoughts on Kent's first collection of short stories. I had high expectations, I had high hopes, and they were totally right. If you didn't know, Kent also has a short story in the Season of Darkness book, which was written by the Twisted 10. Just another reason for you to go and get it. I'll leave links to everything down below. Go follow Kent, go subscribe to him on YouTube. Don't follow him in person, bit weird. I mean, you could, maybe don't. But subscribe to his YouTube, follow him on Instagram, subscribe to his newsletter, I know you'd like that. And yeah, thank you for watching. I really hope you found this video useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next week with another video. Bye!